वेलकम टू वेब क्लास। वेब क्लास में आपका स्वागत है। वी आर इनटू ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर फॉर म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स। आज ट्रेनिंग के बारे में बात करना है। सो वेलकम बैक। डेरिवेटिव इन द बिगिनिंग, इफ यू से इन टर्म्स ऑफ वेरी बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग, कैन बी अंडरस्टूड बाय विद सिंगल सेंटेंस दैट डेरिवेटिव derive its value. Now let me write this for you. Derivative derive its value from its underline. So there are two words which is very important here. One word is the value, other word is the underline. No. So derivative is what? Derivative is a financial contract. This is a financial contract defined under SCRA, Security Contract Regulation Act 1956 Act. Your all financial instruments in which you are dealing right now are all defined under this SCRA Act of 1956. So derivative is one such financial contract defined under this act. Now, what it means by the value? See, every financial contract should be giving you some element of profit to you and to some others also losses as well, you can say. So this profit and loss as a concept has come from the value. You calculate the value, change in value. You calculate the change in value concept. No, change in value as a concept that will give you profit and loss. Fine, profit and loss. So entire financial contract, all financial contract has to, at the end of the day, investors or trader, they always aim for either profit or loss. Of course, nobody aim for the loss. So they aim for the profit. Since somebody is aiming for a profit, so somebody has to have a loss also. Fine. So this profit and loss as a concept has come from the word value. The value changes. So we have to study a lot about value under derivative. And then comes from where this value comes. So you can say this value comes from the underlying. So that becomes the base of your entire derivative. You have a different financial asset class. You have equity, you have a debt, you have a currency. No, you have a currency and you have a commodity. So all these four are separate asset class. So based upon this asset class, you can say every asset class has its own value. Correct? Every asset class has its own value. So based upon this asset class, you can design derivatives, equity derivatives, deriving its value from underlying equity. We will say two types of debt derivative, interest rate derivative and credit derivative. Fine. So we will say interest rate derivative and credit derivative derive its value from its underlying called debt. Similarly, currency derivative, so we will say currency derivative derive its value from the underlying of currency, and commodity derivative derive its value from its underlying called commodity. Fine. So the three words actually gives you the very basic idea about derivative, what it looks like to us. Derivative as an instrument, you will say it's a financial contract explained under this act. Then value of derivative, that nothing but this value will change into profit and loss for someone. Fine. And then from where this value comes? So this value comes from the underlying, so equity, debt, currency and commodity. So what is the basic last one sentence? If you know equity, you know the earning per share, you know the return on equity. So equity has a value. If you know the value of equity, that means you also know how the derivative of equity can be valued. If you know debt, you have a word called coupon, you have a word called yield. So if you know the concept of coupon and yield of a debt, you will find out the value of interest rate derivative, credit derivative. Similarly, if you know the value of a currency, let us dollar in terms of rupee or a pound in terms of rupee, so this currency value will be the base value for finding out the value of currency derivative, and same for the commodity. So that's the basic idea of this sentence. This sentence is the base of your entire learning going forward. Fine? Good. You can visit us at our website WebClass.in or at our research website research.webclass.in. You will get a lot to know about mutual fund schemes research. We also develop mutual fund distributors websites, and you can see it on mfd.webclass.in. You can write to us at my mail ID sanatbharadwaj@gmail.com. You can also write at services@webclass.in. My number is 8910492919.